Welcome to Freedom Queen Live. Welcome to Freedom Queen Live. Oh my gosh. How's everyone doing? Hello from Mexico. I'm in Mexico, which is just blowing my own mind right now. How is everyone doing? Put it in the chat. Welcome to Freedom Queen Live. Today is just going to be absolutely epic. Per usual, absolutely epic inside of Freedom Queen Live, but I would love to know, how are you doing? Where are you at? It is June 5th already. From the last time to now that I saw you, we've already had an entire, it's a new month has begun. A new month has begun. So how is everyone doing? I would love to know. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. How are you doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started because I feel like there are just a lot of big things that are going to be happening inside of Freedom Queen Live today, and I want to bring them all. To you. So one of the first things that I know is that inside of the month of June, it is going to be iconic. I know that inside of the month of June, we are going to have so much fun, that you are going to be stepping into another level, that Freedom Queen movement and community is going to get an uplift, a facelift in all areas in business, whether it's how you're showing up, whether it's how you're selling, whether it's how you're making content, whether it's how you're feeling about yourself, whether it's your own identity work. And put an emoji in the chat box, or just put yes in the chat box if you feel the same way. Is that Morgan Palmer? Hi, Morgan. Hello. Oh my God, that just made my whole day. That just made my whole day. Hi, Morgan. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome, welcome. I really feel this about the month of June. It's also my birthday week, and for any of my other fellow Gemini people, you get this. Melissa's here. Yes, okay. If you guys are here watching with me this time, so I'm excited. Morgan says yes. Hi. Oh my gosh, it's just amazing. The month of May was an incredible month for refinement. And I talked so much about this in our membership. If you are inside of our Make Money membership, I talked so much about this in the month of May. All about refinement, all about doing the do, all about staying the course, staying steady, stay the course, stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. I talked about this a lot. Now, in the month of June, I feel like explosive. I don't know if it's because I'm in Mexico and I've moved across the entire planet. I don't know what it is, but I would love to know in the chat, what are your thoughts on the month of June already? It feels different. It feels spicy. It feels really fun. And here's what I know about making money online. Here's what I know about building a movement. Here's what I know about sales. And I want to share this all with you because I feel like a lot of you need to hear this today. A lot of you need this juice. One of the things that I know about making money online and selling your services, hey Jana, I'm so glad that you're here, is that it is so important that we are setting our souls on fire, that we are having the time of our lives, that you are running around doing whatever it is that you want to be doing in your life and in your business. June feels big. It's going to be my best month ever. Jana says. Morgan says June. Yeah, June feels big. It feels really different. It feels really connected, not just even connected to, our audiences and what we're doing there, but it feels like a really big connection to ourselves. I just got off of a call with our headquarters clients, which is our monthly headquarters is a group where you get monthly coaching inside of Slack and a call. And we got off of it. We were like, everything has shifted just from that one call. Everything has shifted. I don't care what has happened in the month of May. I don't care what has happened in the earlier part of this year. I don't care if earlier this year you had a really slow part of the year. Do you know that last year we did 680 in revenue last year, and the first half of the year was average. It was good. It was really good, but it was pretty average. And the rest of last year was quantum. So I want you to know that if this earlier half of this year, maybe you weren't showing up as much, or maybe you weren't doing as much, or maybe you were going through the motions and just taking action, but not in a really big iconic way. Allow this to be your time. Allow this to be the time when the doors open, you're breaking free, you're on another level. I feel like my entire office is getting lit up now with energy and It gets to be a time in your business where your soul is on fire. When was the last time, let me ask you this question. When was the last time that your soul was on fire? I mean, truly on fire, not just going through the motions on fire, like I'm on fire, but like genuinely, your soul was on fire. You were on another level. You were just exploding with energy. When? And I mean this to a point of like, you wake up and you feel it, like you feel alive. There have been so many times, and I'm just going to be real with you all and just have like a real conversation with you here. There have been so many times in my business where I felt the fire, and there have been times where I don't feel the fire. And I talked about this in my headquarters today. I think Gemma is on. Let's go, June. The times when you don't feel the fire are the times where you stay the course. You continue to show up. You continue to move. You continue to lean into mentorship. You continue to go all in. You continue to put in one more rep even when you don't feel like it. Because when you're staying the course, when you don't feel the fire, what will happen is when you feel the fire again, you will start to teach inside of the Freedom Queen movement. When you continue to move, even in the seasons in your business and life, where maybe it's not like everything's on fire and everybody's buying and I feel amazing, or just in life in general, you continue to put in the reps. When you get through the tunnel to the other side, when you get through the storm, it's going to be gorgeous and beautiful because you put in the reps even when you weren't seeing the results. And then you get to this place, like what I feel like is in the month of June, of just like, oh my God, orgasmic energy of like, this is going to be epic, of like, what is possible for me? But a lot of people wobble when there's a challenge. And so if I can show you anything inside of the Freedom Queen movement, it is that piece of continuing to move no matter what, staying steady in the storm, continuing to show up, continuing to move, continuing to take action, even when you might not be on fire. Because then when you do set your soul on fire, when you do go to another level in your business, which again, this is what June feels like for me. It's just like, oh my God, we're about to have the time of our lives. When you get to that, because you put in the reps, you've gotten to a place where it's like, oh, I'm not stacking up or having to go back to the foundation, the basics. You've already mastered the foundation, the basics. Now we have the grounding. Now we can fly on top of it. This is why I love I don't know who talked about this, but it's where they talk about how the ant, like the bug, we're going there, the ant, the bug, they're in summer. I love this. In summer, they're preparing for winter, and in winter, they're preparing for summer. This blew my mind when I heard this a couple weeks ago. I was like, let me say this again. An ant. In the summer, they're preparing for winter, and in the winter, they're preparing for summer. If you get this, like if that just doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what to say, but put a yes in the chat if you get that. Put a yes in the chat if you're like, yes, I understand that. And I think what we're seeing a lot in business is that people, people get successful, they get a lot of wins, and then they think it's going to keep happening. They think it's going to keep happening. And through my experience, I have just known I show up every day. I show up whether my soul's on fire. I show up whether my soul's not on fire. I'm going to keep putting in the business reps, whether it's summer or whether it's winter. Or people go like make a bunch of money and they'll just leave. And it's like, what the heck? Where'd you go? Instead, I want you to be able to put in the daily reps every single day in your business. This is why in the membership in the month of June, we're talking about daily Instagram content. And if you're inside the membership, you know what I'm talking about. It's inside of your portal. We're talking about daily Instagram content. Daily. This entire business was built on the same thing. The same thing. Showing up daily. Serving the crap out of your audience. Can I go deeper on that point for a second here? Can I go deeper on that point for a second here? I said this in my headquarters call today, but one of the most underrated things that you can do inside of your business is, get this, serve people. Like, serve the crap out of people. Help them get so much incredible results and transformation that they're like, I want to stay with you forever. I'm a lifer. I'm going to be with you forever. A client said that to me this weekend. She's like, I'm a lifer. I'm with you forever. I'm like, we do life together. We're doing it all. We're on this quantum journey together. No, the way that I want to run this Freedom Queen Live today is I want to answer any questions that you have coming up. So we have about 20 minutes together, and I want to answer any questions that you have coming up. Anything that you need support with, I'm here for the next 20 minutes. For those of you that are live, that you adjusted to the new time zone and you came with me live here, put any questions that you want me to riff on in the chat. I'm going to answer them. I'm going to vibe with you. I'm going to have the time of my life. I've been serving them since a long time before I started a business. He loved doing it. Yeah. And when you serve the crap out of people, they will stay with you forever. Like, you want the secret to riches and wealth and just abundance in general. Impact, service, really care about people. Show up for them. While I wait for any of you, go ahead and drop any questions in the chat box. By the way, drop any questions that you have in the chat box and I'll riff on them. And while I wait for that, I'm going to talk about going live. I remember in 2021 when I opened up my Facebook group and no one was in there, and I just decided to go live and no one was there. And here I am, it's 2023 and I'm still going live. I'm still here saying, hi, I can serve you. How can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you is one of the, you want the secret to wealth? How can I help you? You get so into helping other people and serving them and helping them go to another level. It's like, people are just going to be saying to you, how can I buy from you? How can I buy from you? Okay, Jana says, I have a question. How are you consistent on so many platforms? It seems so hard for me to post on so many platforms. I'm consistent with Instagram and my Facebook group. Well, Jana, I think that being consistent in your Facebook group and Instagram is, quite frankly, enough. I don't think that you really need to do all the other platforms. If you've mastered Instagram and Facebook group and that feels really good, like, it's the same thing with going to the gym. If you've mastered all of the weights, one exercise, then you're ready to go to the other exercise. I think we fail when we try and do TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube and Facebook group and our Instagram and our podcast, and we try and do all of the things versus just mastering one. So what I would do, Jana, is I would master Instagram, master your Facebook group, then move on to another one. So I like to think about it like a wheel. It's like I get one turning, and then once that's up and running, let me get another one turning. And let me get that up and running. A lot of people, what they make a mistake on is they lack focus and they get distracted easily. They lack focus and they get distracted easily. Distraction is the enemy. And so the more that you can stay focused, let's say your goal for the month of June is just to post daily. The more that you can stay focused on that, the better. Because the more consistent you are on your Instagram account, if that's your main source of traffic, the better you're going to get at that. And the better you get at that, the more potency, the more intentionality you'll have on that platform. Then what I will do is I will add another platform. So once you're really, really good at one, then that's when I'll say, let me add another one. When I first started my business, I did not have TikTok. And I didn't actually start using TikTok seriously until summer of last year. Until June of last year is when I actually started posting on it, like, really consistently. Leading up to that, I was like here and there. Okay, what if your Shanak Oh, 1113. What if you're showing up consistently but continue to have low engagement? Am I doing it wrong? How do you stay motivated? Okay. So it could be that your content actually is just it's not formatted in a way that the algorithm or the platform likes. And so I see this a lot because people will have great content, but it's either like the way that it's formatted, literally the look of the content is not the way that the platform likes it. And so it won't get pushed out. So that could be one thing. It could be your messaging. So what I mean by messaging is a lot of times people are very general, they're very vague, they're very fluffy, and they don't have anything that's like unique or specific or eye-catching for people to want to click on and engage with. And so then they wonder why people aren't engaging and clicking when it just lacks specificity. It lacks like depth and substance inside of their content. So that's the first piece I would be looking for. Usually those two pieces right there, that will create big change. The look, because that does matter. If you're posting videos on TikTok and they're all blurry, not going to do well. If you have really bad hook statements and it's really vague, probably not going to be clicking. No one's going to want to click on it. If the Instagram post is like not formatted in a way for Instagram, it's not going to do well. And then same thing with the copy as well. If it's not engaging, if it's not specific, it's not going to do well. Okay, and then how do I stay motivated? Instead of staying motivated, I focus on being disciplined. I focus on refining my daily moves, and this is what I teach inside of the Make Money membership. I would love to know if you're a Make Money member, just put MMM in the chat if you're a Make Money member. If you're not, you should join because it's incredible. But in the Make Money membership, I talk about this, refining the 4 daily actions in order to bring in cash inside of your business or in order to make money, hence the Make Money membership. So I'm not motivated every day. I'm not. Some seasons, my soul is on fire. Right now, my soul is on fire. Some seasons, it's not, and that's okay. But I don't rely on my soul to be on fire. I rely on my discipline. I rely on me showing up daily and knowing the things that are actually going to bring in cash, which for some of you, I get where you are because I've been there in a place of what do I actually do? What should I actually do daily in order to make money? Who's been there before? I have. I've been there before where I don't actually know what I should be talking about. I don't actually know what I should be saying. It's like there's like a disconnect between what you're selling, your content, and how you're actually going to make money. And this is why I created Make Money membership, so that you know how to actually bring in cash. So that it's not just, I'm going to sign on clients today. Ow. What are we actually doing to sign on clients? So again, I don't rely on motivation. I don't. I rely on discipline and simplicity. Oh my God, look at all my people here. Hi, everyone. Callie Gorman, Morgan, MMM, Gemma, Astrid, Nora, Avery, Shanak, Yepers. Ask me, are you with me? I have no idea. Hopefully you guys are still with me. You'll have to put an emoji in the chat box if I'm here and alive and on YouTube. I got taken down by the Wi-Fi universe, so hopefully you're still here. If you are, I have no idea, but put it in the chat. So moving the needle, taking action, shiny object. Okay, this is why in the membership I talk about daily actions, and so many of the Make Money members are on here with me live. It is not about going and doing the craziest workout. It is not about going and creating the craziest strategy. It is about mastering the basics. I've built my business to where it is today, to where we're doing $90,000 cash months, $100,000 cash month. I built it to this level through daily action of doing the same things over and over and over again. And so this is what I do, Dr. Libby. I will do the same 4 things every day. And I teach these inside of the Freedom Queen formula inside of membership. 1, serve clients. 2, go get more clients. 3, sell. 4, nurture. Now, if I've done all 4 of those things every day in my business, I know my business is going to grow. I know the business is going to grow, right? It's like in health. If I've taken my supplements, I've drank my water, I've done some prayer, I've moved my body, and I've eaten well, I know I'm going to be feeling good. I've got enough sleep. So it's like, let's meet the basics. Let's refine the basics. Then that's when I'll add on what I call like a breakthrough move. I call this a breakthrough move inside my business. So I have the foundation. I have what I'm going to do daily, breakthrough move. Okay, maybe that's a strategic IG Live collaboration. Maybe that's launching a podcast. Maybe that's asking people if you can be on their podcast. Maybe it's writing a book. Maybe it's hosting a retreat. Those are what I call breakthrough moves. Those are like the outline projects or the shiny objects, which actually really, I wouldn't even say are shiny objects. They're just things that are going to make your business go to another level. Sometimes it could be investing in a program, investing in a higher ticket long-term mentorship, which for those of you that have been interested in our Extraordinary Mastermind, make sure you send me a DM about Extraordinary. It's our 6-month mastermind. We're opening enrollment for that for July 1st. And so your payments are starting now. But that could be a breakthrough move for many of you. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Are you guys with me in the chat here? I need to know. Yes, you're still here. We're back. I literally broke the internet. I don't know. Jana says, do you have a lot of evergreen offers? I think then you have a more balance of doing a lot of things, get overwhelmed. Yes, it's yes. Okay, so most of my offers are evergreen. Most of them. Our membership, that's $97 a month, evergreen. Our headquarters, that's $997 a month, evergreen. And then our Extraordinary Mastermind is also evergreen. This way, everything in the business is always focused on building what? Monthly recurring revenue, instead of focused on building new. Instead of doing that, I'm focused on stacking my monthly recurring revenue. So for example, I have those 3 programs. Now this month, I'm going to be selling Icon. Those of you who aren't an Icon, you got to get an Icon. It's literally iconic. It's one of the best programs that I'm going to be running this month. It's 2 weeks long. I teach you how to build and tap into your own confidence and magnetic energy on and off social media. That is not an evergreen program. But the beauty of that program is that I'm not relying on that program to build the business. The other products and services in my product suite are building the business. This is an additional move. This is something that I can do for fun versus it being the thing that brings in all of the income. I've been doing so many new things. I feel like it needs more balance. Yeah, so excited for Icon. Yes, Avery. And if you're in the headquarters, you get an Icon included inside of the program and Extraordinary. How is this landing? Who feels like they needed this conversation today? And we have a couple minutes left. So if anyone else has a question that they want to ask, feel free to drop it in the chat. Feel free to drop it in the chat. If you tap into your iconic energy, you focused on being magnetic, you focused on being your most iconic self, then you focused on selling every day and building a community, everything that the business that you want to be building would happen. It's the in and out energy, the in and out energy, the not consistent energy, where it starts to create a wobble. But if you show up every day for yourself, for your audience, it will compound. It will compound. And over time, you will create something that you didn't even know was possible. This is like, that's it. You continue to stay the course. You continue to focus on what it is that you want to be focusing on, the movement that you're building, who you want to be, continuing to grow yourself, continuing to grow yourself. That's a big one for me daily. You're going to see quantum growth. Quantum. Jamie says, what was the 4 actions in the membership? Oh, if you go to the Insider Make Money membership portal, if you go to the Freedom Queen formula, it's right there, the Freedom Queen formula inside of the membership. Totally needed to hear all this today, Morgan says. I'm so glad. Are there any other questions coming up or things that you want to riff on? Hi, Sean. Anything else that you want to riff on, you want a reminder on, anything else coming up that you need a reminder on, put it in the chat. I'm happy to answer anything else that's coming up for you guys. Anything. Nothing is off the table. Nothing is off the table. Okay, one of the things I'm going to do is on my Instagram, I'll see if there's any more questions that come up, but on my Instagram stories, we have Icon. It's in pre-sale right now, so it's like a no-brainer price. I think it's like $300. $300 for this 2-week live coaching program. You get 4 live training calls with me, plus homework in between. So a couple people that just bought this weekend, someone messaged me and said, Bridge, I need Icon because they wanted to know, is this going to be focused a lot around confidence? And I said, yes. Because a lot of you, you have the strategy, right? Many of you know how to actually sign on clients. Many of you know how to post on social media. Many of you know how to go on an Instagram live and sell, but what you're actually lacking is tapping into your own iconic energy. And for me, when I started this business, I knew that I wanted to be my most iconic self. Like if you think about the icons that you know in your life, if you think about, like I think about different celebrities, I used to think of Freddie Mercury from Queen, and I loved him, and I loved how he showed up. And he was just so unapologetic. And I think that that's honestly what we're doing on this planet. I think that it is our job and our responsibility to be the most expressed version of ourselves. And I don't know why I'm getting emotional when I talk about this, but that's why I do what I do. The reason I built Freedom Queen is not because of I want to sell a bunch of things on the internet. The reason is because I'm fascinated by what can you become? Who can you become? What can you do? When I look back on my journey of who I was when I started this business, and some of you have been with me since day one. Some of you have known me since day one. When I look back on who I was when I started my journey, I was completely different. I had so many issues. I had so many things going on, and I love that girl. So when people ask me like, what's your vision? What's your goal? It's not how can I go make more money? It's who can I become? Because at every level in business and in life, that is what I've been so obsessed with. What new boundary, what new fear can I break through? And that's what I'm obsessed with. So I'm going to drop the link for Icon for those of you that want to join it. If you want to join it, amazing. Let me know if you do join. If you join Icon while I'm on this live, send me a message over on Instagram so I can celebrate with you. I can't wait to see you inside of that. But I don't know about you, but I'm not building this business so that I can just be like, I'm selling some courses. I'm really fascinated. Who can we become? How can we step into our next level self? Okay, I see we have 2 questions here. Aro says, hey, Bridge, do you have any book advice? Book advice. Okay, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Go read that book. Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Start there. Sharon says, some incredible things are happening in the business, but how do you navigate the quiet times? Okay, I've gotten this question a lot recently, like in the last week. So I'm wondering if you guys are experiencing a more quiet time in your business. Just put a yes in the chat. You don't have to give me the details, but I'm just curious because I feel like I need to do some teaching around this. So during the more quiet times, one of the things that I will do is refine. I will focus a lot on refining my offers, refining my work as a mentor, refining my work as a CEO, as a boss, as a leader, as a human, just a lot of refinement. And during these seasons, what I'll do is I'll start to look for things I can let go of. Some of you, your next level is actually not about doing more. It's not even about taking more action or giving you more things. It's about being more and letting go of a bunch of crap that doesn't serve you anymore. I guarantee there are things that are weighing you down that you don't need to go with you to that next level. And so if you're in a quiet season, I would be looking for things inside of your business, your life, that you can just start to, okay, I'm releasing that, I'm releasing that. And for some of you, it might feel hard. It might feel weird to have to let go of some things because you might not want to, because a part of your identity might be attached to some of those things that you're letting go of. You might not want to let go of. Maybe it's a client. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a belief system that you have. Maybe it's a behavior that you have. But if you can continue to, in the quiet times, let go, and also continue to show up, when you get through the storm, when you get to the other side, you're going to be at a place where, because you've stayed steady in the storm, it's beautiful because you put in the reps no matter what. Callie says, how to navigate wanting to go big, painting the vision for my audience, time, freedom, travel, but feeling like when I do, I sound like so many others and I'm not even living it yet as they are. Oh, this is such a good question. This is such a good question, because I think that this is something that happens no matter where you're at in your business. Like, no matter where you're at, like, you could be traveling in private jets and be like, well, you know, I don't yet have a yacht. So I think that this is something that comes with every level. And I think that the more that you can just enjoy the journey of where you're at right now and not compare yourself to other people, the better. Because this is something that I have really, really worked on, is remembering that the journey that you have is it's your journey. It's your journey. It's not what anyone else is meant to be doing. And the minute we get off our own pathway and we start comparing ourselves to other people, the minute we start to question and we start to wobble, and there's literally no point in comparing yourself to where other people are at in your own journey. And the moment that you can become grateful for where you're at in your journey and your life and your mission and your destiny, it's going to change everything. I remember, I tell the story all the time, Callie, and I know all of other of you have heard this before. I remember when I first started my business and I was making $500 a month living in a shack in Costa Rica. And I thought to myself, wow, this is amazing. I remember when I was in New York and I quit my job and I was so excited. I remember when I was in a job and I was just talking about manifestation and freedom, and I was in a job, but I was happy. I was grateful for where I was at in my journey. And I knew in my heart that one day I would have the next level thing. One day I would be with a partner. One day I would be traveling. One day I would be flying business. One day I would be doing this. One day I would be doing this. I know that. And so when it's really this piece here, when you can know in your heart that yes, you are going to another level, we have full certainty in that. Yes, you, Callie, and everyone else, and Sean and Morgan and everyone else in this live, yes, you are going to that other level. Yes, that is happening. It's inevitable. But if we can just enjoy the journey right now, it's going to happen so much faster. It's going to be also so much more fulfilling. You'll be so much happier, because rather than living in what I don't have, you're living in here's what I do have. Here's what I have done. And that will change everything. Can we live in this moment right now with you and I on this live together? We're here. Freedom Queen. This is one of my favorite Freedom Queen lives. One of my favorite. If you are loving this and you want to join Icon, make sure that you sign up for Icon. I'm going to put the link in the chat again if you want to be a part of that. Let me go back. Put the link in the chat there. Freedom Queen Live will be every single Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern. had some issues with time change and travel and all this stuff, but 11 a.m. Eastern is when Freedom Queen Live will happen every single Monday. I love you so much. Go take action in your business. I want you to, this month in June, remember who the F you are. Could you just do that for me for the month of June? Could the month of June be the most iconic month ever where you're like, I remember who I am. I remember who I am. You set your soul on fire. You had the time of your life. You went and did all big, scary, fun things that you want to do. You woke up really happy. You're just like, I'm going to set my soul on fire today. That's what I'm going to do today. That's what you did in the month of June. Freedom Queen, never, ever, ever forget who you are. Allow this month to be the most iconic month ever. And I will see you next Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. 11 a.m. Eastern right here on this YouTube channel every Monday. I can't wait to see you, Morgan and Jana and Sharn and Callie. I can't wait to see all of you back on this live next Monday at 11 a.m. Okay.